The call to go to Haiti, I believe that call came the very moment that I accepted Jesus as my Savior. My Sunday school teacher wanted to invite all her children to her home for dinner after church. It was the typical traditional spaghetti with meatballs and tomato sauce. After dinner, my Sunday school teacher, Debbie, says, "Now we're going to go into the living room and we're going to have church. Does somebody here want to accept Jesus as your Savior?" And it was like I was just drawn up into the highest heavens with God. And from the moment I said yes, there was this insatiable thirst that filled my life. God, please use me. Help me to tell people about Jesus. So I tried to imagine that maybe God would use me to open an orphanage in Italy. And then when I was 15, I met an orphan boy, Jeanne DeTellis. And George also felt the call to missions. And he became my little orphan boy, and then we were married in 18. What happened with George, he was seriously, intensely driven to be a pastor in an inner city church, and he was working very hard, and I signed him up for some sailing lessons. And just at that time, when he was thinking about sailing into the Caribbean, someone passed by our church who had just been to Haiti. George went off to visit Haiti. Then, within a few months, I went off to visit Haiti. We started sending money. But then year after year, when we went to visit, the children still seemed to have the same bloated bellies or the red hair, and nothing was changing. And both of us began to feel that this may be the place that God would call us to serve Him. There was a Haitian Baptist pastor, and he drove us out to this piece of land, about 5 acres, in Leogane, right on the ocean front. We went to the people and we said, "Do you want us to come and to do what we can to share God with you and to help you?" And we received an immediate confirmation from the people that they wanted us to live with them. In particular, there was a man, he was an older man, his name was San Louis, and he said that he had had a dream about 10 years before he met us, that a white man came and helped his people. After a year, we came back, and George was walking back and forth on the ocean front of the land. Later that evening, we were sitting at the dinner table, and I said to him, "Well, honey, what do you think we're going to do about the land?" "Jeannie, today, when I was walking on the ocean front, I heard God speak to me, and He said, 'George, go with it.'" We bought the land, and we asked in our church anyone that would make a commitment for 1 year and establish this mission in Leogane. And we had 2 married couples. And then our young son of 19 years of age, these 5 asked if they could be part of the first team going to serve in Haiti. So we took a ride from Worcester, Massachusetts to New York to the airport and flew into Haiti with our 2 pieces of luggage, tents, and whatever we needed to camp out among the Haitians. And we started the mission in 1983. If you're going to tell people about the love of God, you have to be willing to see how they hurt, and you have to hear their pain, and you have to be willing to be stretched and to be moved to minister the whole gospel to meet their needs. And where we were, there was no schools, there were no churches, there was no clinic. We almost had to begin to do everything right away. There was a lot going on, leaving security of a salary from being pastors of a church. Or for me as a mother, I was leaving children behind that were like going to college, that would really press us to extreme levels of discomfort. When you know Jesus, He fills every core in every cell that needs to be satisfied. And you don't need this stuff. You just need Jesus.